Well, Chief, I know you guys have been waiting, maybe patiently, maybe not, for this beautiful new fire station to open. I know you have been seeing it driving down the road, and we are like this close, right?
We're very close. We just have a few ends that we're wrapping up and getting things ready. But we started the process of putting some furniture together, and we're anxiously anticipating moving in.
I know you guys are. You know, you and I talked. This has been the first station built in Calera in 25 years?
About 25 years, that's correct.
So Station 2 was the first one that was actually built for you guys, right?
That's correct. In the recent future, Station 1 was built, I believe, in 1980.
Okay.
And then when we opened Station 3, that was just a building that the city acquired.
Right.
So, but this is the first building that's been built in a long time that was built specifically to serve as a fire station.
And I think you'll see as we go through how specifically this is going to meet the needs of your guys and us to be able to expand what you need to expand with personnel to meet our growing city's needs, right?
That's right. We, as the city grows, the fire department and all city services grow, and we've outgrown Station 1, but this station will give us room to grow even more and to keep up with city growth. And it also gives us some classroom area and some public spaces that we can open up for the public to come in.
All right, so let's just start here and then we'll kind of walk through, but we're in the bay, which is absolutely enormous. The doors are so cool. Talk to me about the doors first of all.
So this is just a trend in the fire service now with the bifold doors.
Okay.
They're more durable. They hold up to the wear and tear of being opened, several times per day as we come and go. And just gives a nice look to the fire station. When you drive by this building, you know it's a fire station.
Right, exactly. I love the red doors. Now we've got the bay. This is where your vehicles will be, right?
Right.
And then talk to me about the different areas here within the bay, because this is really important for you guys.
Okay, so first of all, this is a drive-through bay, so we won't have to back fire trucks in anymore. They can
good.
They can come in right off Highway 25 and they pull straight through. So that's safer, it's more efficient to do it that way. And also allows us to get more equipment in here by doing it that way. And then over in this area, these are just some of the utility closets. We have a room that has a compressor for our air packs. We have a room that has a washer and a dryer that are made specifically for turnout gear, so we can keep it clean and wash all the bad stuff out of it that we acquire during structure fires. And then we have an EMS room that has a decon area and a shower in it, and then a big mechanical room for all the mechanical parts of the building.
Love it. So everything you need right here in the bay, but there's so much more, so I think we need to take a little walk.
Oh yeah, let's take a walk.
Come on.
It'll be a long walk.
All right, Chief, so tell us about this room.
So this is our turnout gear room. The firefighting equipment that we wear, we store it in here. So we have lockers for it to hang so it can have airflow and it can stay dry. And once we clean it after a fire, we can hang it up in here and it's ready to go. And we have to keep the gear isolated from the rest of the building because we deal with a lot of carcinogens and chemicals that are released in structure fires. So this gives us an area that's climate controlled, but it's away from the living quarters in the building. And this also is a FEMA rated storm shelter. So, if we have bad weather coming, we can come in here and let the storm pass through, then we can go to work.
Love it. I mean, the difference from Station 1 prior to this is a big deal, right?
Oh, it's a great improvement, definitely. So we call this the day room or the living area. And this is where, when we're not running calls or training or cleaning equipment, then this is the area that we hang out in. Because we work 24-hour shifts, so we live here. So we cook here. If we have any downtime, we spend time in this room here. Obviously, you see the recliners here. So,
always need a good recliner.
Always, that's correct.
So, and you told me that you're gonna have a nice table here for them because, like you said, they live here, so they're eating their meals here together. I mean, it's a big deal. Kitchen, full kitchen, they can cook in here as well, right?
That's correct. Yeah, a very nice kitchen, a big upgrade from Station 1.
Yes.
We've got some great cooks in the fire department. So.
You really do, and I feel like we should highlight that a little bit more.
Oh, definitely, we should. So we have a large table that's being built specifically for this building, so it'll match the kind of the look of the building, and it'll be large enough. So that table there is just temporary, but it'll be large enough, for everybody that's on shift to come in. And then, on holidays, our families come by to see us, so it'll have room for that as well. So
Love that.
families can come in and enjoy time with their loved one while they're missing the holiday at home.
We always love that.
That's right.
All right, we got the dorm areas right here.
Yeah, this area is it's a big improvement from what we have
Huge.
before. So every firefighter on duty has their own bedroom that if they get any sleep, they can
Right.
go in that room, and they have their own bathroom while they're on duty.
Right.
So we have room here. We have extra bedrooms, so we can grow as we add more personnel or add more vehicles to our fleet.
So like you said, they're living here. This is 24-hour shifts, sometimes 48-hour shifts, right? It just depends on what they're working. So how many rooms do you have available here?
So currently we have 9 bedrooms here, and at this station we usually have 4 people working on the engine. But when we have severe weather or storms that come through, we bring in extra personnel, and so we have room for them. And then as we grow, we have room here to house people, and also we have room in the bay to house additional vehicles.
I think that's so important when you're building a building like this. It's such a huge undertaking anyways. Go ahead and allow that room for growth so that you don't have to, hurriedly add on at the end or just, cram people in. You've got room, and that's awesome. Look at this space.
This is the lobby. This is the entrance area. It's open 24/7 to the public. The rest of the building is locked because we have a lot of expensive equipment here.
Right.
But if the public comes in here, they can ring the bell, and that goes to the phones in the building, so we know someone's out here.
Perfect.
So if someone comes in just for a general inquiry or to get a blood pressure check, or if they have an emergency. But we always tell the public, if you have an emergency, call 911. Don't go to the fire station, because chances are we're not here. We might be out running a call, and that way we can direct you to the right place or send help to you.
That's good to know. But if you are coming here, this is the process. Walk in, press the buzzer. You do have a nice restroom here.
That's correct.
So, okay. And then walk us into our offices next, right?
Okay, yep. This is the administrative wing of the fire station.
Okay.
We'll start here in the classroom, but we have a classroom upstairs at the old station 1, but this classroom is larger. It will allow us to bring all the shifts or everyone that's on duty to come together to have training, and also we do classes for the outside as well, or invite other fire departments or the police department sometimes. So this gives us a nice modern place to have classes, and we'll have some good media on the some different types of AV equipment on the wall once we finish up.
I think it's good for people to know that our firefighters are constantly training themselves on new techniques, classes on different things. It is a constant, always learning environment, right?
It is. I've been in the fire service over 30 years, and I still go to classes all the time. There's a lot to learn. So, and this room will also serve as a backup emergency operations center if we have a natural disaster or a big event. We normally set that up at City Hall, but if for some reason we can't do that, then this room will serve the same purpose.
Perfect.
So as we come down the administrative hall, we have 2 offices up front that mirror each other. One is for the shift officer, the person that's in charge of the fire truck that day, and then we have another one that will be just really available for future use as we grow.
We love that. Okay.
Then we have a large conference room on the right here with a large conference table. So it's a public meeting space if we need it to be, or also if we have to do some important fire department business, we can do it in this room here.
Just knock it out in
That's
there,
right.
I love it. Okay.
So this hall is the area where we have all of the offices for the administrative chiefs.
Okay.
So this will be the training chief's office, and this hall opens into the conference room, or the classroom, I'm sorry. And we have the deputy chief's office here, and then the fire chief's office on the left here. This is the battalion chief's office. That is the person that is in charge of the entire city for the day. And we put it on the end of the hall here because he comes and goes all day and night because he runs calls with all the stations in the city. So this is their office. And then they have a bedroom here that opens up into the bay, and their vehicle will be parked right outside this door. So it's very efficient.
They can come and go without having to necessarily bother the different shifts that are there.
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, this station is absolutely beautiful, but better than that, this is going to be a resource for the people that are here for us day in and day out serving our community. Chief, I know you guys are so excited. still a few little things to work out before move-in, right?
That's correct. We anticipate moving in the very near future, but this is a public building. The public's welcome to come by, and we're proud of it. We want to show it off, and we're excited to have this area that we can better serve the city of Calera.
Thank you so much, Chief.